Hi guys, today I just went to Toastmasters Club first meeting, and we had a guest speaker who was called Jackie Chan, but not the Jackie Chan on the TV star Hollywood. Yeah. So my friend invited me there, and I went there, and it was about improving your speaking skills, public speaking skills, which obviously you can see from my previous videos that I'm kind of terrible at it. And I know I'm still terrible at it, as you can see. And I know that I use a lot of filter words such as like, sorta, kind of, and I still do. And I have a lot of ahs and ums and and I always begin my sentence with so, which is very sloppy. I know that, and still I make the same mistakes. Shame on me. Another thing I learned from watching my old videos was that I learned that the voice is not loud enough. But even though the voice wasn't loud enough, I'm kind of afraid to speak louder because the room next to me will come to me and kind of, we have to be careful and mind the neighbors. Like, well, there's one word in my language, it's called เกรงใจ can never be translated to English, but it's like you try not to bother other people, so I kind of want to be a good neighbor. Okay, so before they come after me, before the neighbors come after me, I should not bother them, especially now because it's late in the middle of the night and I cannot sleep, so I come here to talk with you guys, to reflect a little bit is also a filter word, to reflect my experience from Toastmasters Club first meeting, from the guest speaker. Again. Okay, excuse my language, because this is impromptu. I don't plan my speeches when I do YouTube, it's like I just come here to talk. Okay, so this time I use my, the speaker here. It's a microphone here because I feel that if I don't use this, my voice is gonna be too quiet. But when I use it, I don't really like it anyway because sometimes this thing scratches with my hair and it sounds like shh, 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 and very annoying. Anyway, let's see how it works. Anyway, I don't want to re-upload my video, how awkward it is, because I want it to be genuine, Okay, so let's go back to our topic. Okay, get back on our topic. Again, so unforgivable. I realized that I have to probably edit my videos. Well, I don't want to do that. I want it to be genuine, impromptu, but still like good. And today I would like to tell you guys about presentation skills and something like that I have learned, like kind of summarize and share with you guys what I have learned today. However, I would have to put on a disclaimer first that this is what I have heard, this is what I know, that it can improve me a lot. I use it sometimes, I pick it up sometimes, but not all the time, especially when I do YouTube. I have to put on disclaimer, otherwise I would sound like a hypocrite because I say it but I don't do it. Okay, so Jackie Chan talk about the content and the delivery. When you speak, when you give a speech, two things are important, which are content and the delivery part. So he talks about memorizing your content by heart and focus on the delivery. I think that there are some other details that you can look up elsewhere, and also his speeches can be looked up in the internet, but I kind of want to summarize it into my own language, like kind of reflect on it as well, because after I listen to the speech today and I kind of digest the information, I want to reflect on it as well. For me, I really agree with him, and speaking in my own words, focusing on content part and delivery part by focusing on delivery part when you give a speech and already memorized the content by heart before you give a speech is important. I think it's, yeah, I agree with that. But also you shouldn't forget the contents. And the student there whose name was TJ was talking about this, and I agreed with him. And also I would like to add something to that, which is gonna be in this video, and that I'm going to address right away, right now. So stating Jackie Chan's stance in other words is that I think when you give a presentation, this is what I do to overcome my struggles, because I really have struggles when I do my presentation. My high school teachers all know it, that I am bad at it. And also my college teachers also can see that, but I'm improving. And I think it's probably not like my weakness in speaking skills are probably not as obvious as in this video, because usually before I go to give speeches or presentations, I prepare myself quite well and I study my materials beforehand. But anyways, I said usually, not always, because sometimes I am an all-nighters as well. All college students are, right? Guilty. So as I have said so many if I'm still in high school, my marks would be all deducted and I would probably get 0 for my language component. Anyways, I think that to put Jackie Chan's statement and simplify it in different words, in my own words, would be that he's saying was that remember the content by heart and focus on delivery. That would give a good speech. For me, to make it more easier to understand, is that when you speak, when you give a speech, two things to keep in heart is that first, do not think that you are giving a presentation or a speech. Just tell a story. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be able to apply with other people, but for me it does, because it can apply because I like telling stories, and when I tell stories, I feel more at ease than giving presentations. Like when I hear, oh, I have to give presentations, I will feel like it's more if it's more of a tedious and dutiful task. But when I think about telling a story, I would feel more relaxed and less nervous. Sorry. And the other thing is that I agree with him. We have to remember the content. But I wouldn't say we should remember the content by heart, because sometimes when we remember by heart, we do not really understand the content. So I think that maybe we should bullet point it. I like to bullet point so much. I usually bullet point it, and then I remember only the bullet points, and I practice beforehand. And when I go to the presentation, it's kind of better. Yeah, so to wrap up, I think that in order to overcome my struggles in giving presentations, I think about it as storytelling, as a storytelling task, not presentations task, so I can overcome the tediousness of that. And I will feel less of the boredom. And the other thing is to bullet point it and remember and understand. You have to understand. This is the most important thing. Understand your contents, and then memorize the bullet points, and then practice your speech. 3 stages. That is what I do when I give a prepared presentations. And then when you go to prepare to do the presentation, to calm your nervousness, think about it as storytelling. Yeah, and that is for my reflection for today. And I hope that in the future, after I see this video, before going to make speeches, it would help me a lot, I hope. And I hope that this video would help you as well. Okay, so good night everyone. I'm going to bed now, because today I'm supposed to be sleeping by now, but I couldn't sleep, so I come to make this video for you. I don't know if this video is quite awkward as always, or is it less or even more awkward as the previous ones. But yeah. Oh, and I also have just uploaded the 2 previous videos because I have pre-recorded it for a while, but then I didn't put it up on YouTube because I was lazy. Okay, so I put it all up, 3 videos straight in a row. So, meet you in the next video. Bye bye. Good night.